Welcome to DeborahRead.com, Craft Time with Deb. Today's topic is the Easy Ringinator. This is my new toy that I got for Christmas, of course, a gift to myself. I'm using 16 gauge copper, and as you can see, it easily cuts it. Way better than hand cutting, trimming, using any of the other contemporary ways of cutting rings. The Easy Ringinator comes with everything except the cutting oil and the drill. Easy setup, extremely fast, extremely easy. They provide you with an aquarium pump to pump the cutting oil. They give you extra bins, one for the overflow and one for the reservoir, and an extra one if I set it up so that I can just get the rings to go into the bin by themselves, which I'll have to do a little modification. The blade, the teeth are always facing the coil, and the drill runs in that direction, so counterclockwise against the coil. I need a little more practice getting my second coil in. I think that once I've done it a few more times, this is only the second time I've ever attempted using the Ringinator, so you can see that it is quite easy. I do suggest using a C-clamp to clamp it down, or fitting it onto your works table so that it's affixed and you don't have to have the worry of it shifting around while you're doing it. Keep your eye on your cutting oil. The cutting oil I purchased, I bought it from Princess Auto. It's a water-based, so it's for easy cleanup, and there are variations. I used about 4-to-1, and when I mixed it, it did come up with a fatty kind of clumpy stuff on the top after it was mixed, so I let it sit, mixed it some more, and then drained off those pieces so that it wouldn't go through the pump. As you can see, it just flows right through over the blade, cuts beautifully. As long as the cutting oil is flowing, you want to make sure to keep that cutting blade cool. The pump is only on for the cutting oil while you're making it flow. The excess from the ring bin I pour back into the reservoir. And for easy cleanup, I use extremely hot water and a little soap. Here I'm just rinsing out my bin so that I can reuse it and put it under for the overflow again so that I can redo it. And then I just clean them off with hot water, add a little dish soap, mix them around to get that oil off, and then I use the hot water again, extremely hot, as it can come out over top of the rings, and they'll be cleaned off. And I get a little fancy when I'm draining them and pop them into the air, so I always have an extra little strainer inside the drain, just in case any fall out. Don't want to waste any. And then I'll rinse them off, and then I'll put them onto paper towel to dry. And then I'll spread them out, put another paper towel on top, and dry them off. Some people use a tumbler, but I do not wish to harden up my rings any further than they already are. Now, as you can see how clean the cuts are, there aren't any burrs even on these coils. Clean cuts. Perfect cuts. So, get an Easy Ringinator today. 20 minutes of work. I'd still be cutting. Thank you for visiting DeborahRead.com. And purchase your